What up, y'all? We are back. We are back. We are back with another episode of Kelly J TV with the her that keeps irritating the heck out of her. Before we get the show started tonight, I would like to give a huge shout out to Rip and Restore for this dope. Hold on. Dope sweater. Dope so. I love my sweater. It is something I can wear when it's cold in the house or cold outside. It keeps my double chin tucked. But y'all know y'all girl I already coming through with the craziness already. We ain't even got the show started. But anyway, what up, Lippies? I see y'all in the comments. Y'all make sure tonight y'all comment it up. My LGBTQ plus community, make sure y'all come in and y'all show some love. Y'all, tonight, she done been on Kelly J TV before. And when she came through, y'all, let me say, she came through with them bars. She was spitting them bars like nothing. I mean, homegirl was ready. Hold on, y'all. I always be forgetting to turn my phone off. My bad, y'all. But when she came on Kelly J TV before, she was with Rhythm and Rhymes Reloaded. She came through, she spit her bars. She's a poet, she's an author. Y'all, I'm just honored for her to even come back on Kelly J TV because I already told her she had to come back. I just didn't know she was going to come back in the month of May. And what makes this episode so special to me is because of the fact she is repping the LGBTQ plus community. For those of you who don't know, I am part of the community. I represent the B in the LGBTQ plus community. But without further ado, you guys, I want to welcome my friend who I've made my friend. She don't know we best friends in real life, and in my mind we best friends. But I want you guys before we go any further know that on my platform and anything that I do, there is no judgment at all. Period. I have zero tolerance for it. I support and I love everyone. I don't care if you're black, white, Mexican. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're trans. I don't care if you're a dog, sheep, horse. I don't care if you're a cat dog. At the end of the day, we're all people. We're all part of God's children. And I just ask that all of y'all be open as my friend comes on and she shares her journey of what it's like to be a black woman, and not just any type of black woman, y'all. She's black and queer. So we're gonna dig in deeper, get a little bit more information on this. Let's hear her out, you guys. Once again, I am doing zero disrespect on my platform in anything that I do, guys. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and welcome up my friend KP. KP, how you doing?
I'm good.
You my best friend in my head. We gotta make that happen. You my best friend that's in Houston that always hates on Dallas. That's how we friends.
Okay.
One day you just gonna say, "Yo, Dallas, what's up?" That's I'm gonna get you to say it, and then I'll even admit, Houston, what's up? But I mean that'll be right up. Yeah, you already know that. But I just gotta let you know Dallas, what's up too. But KP, go ahead. Let my people. I want to introduce you to my people. Let my people know all about you, where you're from, because of course you always repping the H. But go ahead, put H on the map for us real quick. Go ahead, let the people know all about you and what it is you do and more.
From Houston, Texas, Third Ward to be exact. I am an erotic poet, storyteller, spoken word artist. I have two collections of erotic poetry out that you can buy from me or download on Kindle. Um, I currently host an open mic here in Houston for brown skinned queer folk. Uh, if you don't fit into that category, you are more than welcome to come through. Just know that brown skinned queer folks get priority on the open mic list. So if you just showing up just to spit, depending upon how many people are there already, may not happen. Um, what else? I'm equal opportunity in my love life, which is of course how I qualify to be talking about, um, mental health and being queer. So yeah.
Well, with you going ahead and bringing that up, before we go further, why don't you break down exactly what is being queer? Break that down for people. What is the Q of the LGBTQ community?
For like, here's the thing with that word. Like everybody that uses it to identify themselves defines it differently. For
Mm-hmm.
me, I use queer instead of saying bi or pan or any of that, because when you hear queer, you don't know what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my no label label.
Okay, I actually like that. It's very different, and I say that because even when people have asked me, "Hey, oh," if they hear me say, "Oh, she fine" or something like that, they'll be like, "Oh, you bisexual?" I really don't like to be labeled. I don't want to be labeled at all. I just want to love who I love, like who I like, and let that be. If
Yeah.
that means today I like a man, then today I like a man. If that means tomorrow I like a woman, then tomorrow I like a woman. Who said we had to decide? I've been married before. I know what that's like. Time to have fun. Time to have fun. Time to have fun. So, with being queer and black, how did that impact you over the years just growing up? Let's start at child. Well, when did you realize that you were, I don't even want to say different, because to me, I just always knew I liked females and men. But I just, but at what age did you really realize, okay, I just don't like men, or I just don't like women? At what age was that for you?
I can remember like being real young and playing hide and go get it.
That's what
And
I
like I didn't really care who I hid with.
Yeah.
Um and back then like that was just normal. Like, but as I got older, so my pops is a deacon. My great grandmother is an Eastern Star. Um and sat on the mission board. My stepmother was on the mission board. So as you grow up in that sort of environment, like you're taught that certain things just don't happen.
Hmm.
So, you know,
And
for a long
even
time I for a long time I strictly focused on my attraction to dudes because, you know,
what you're taught.
yeah.
And I mean, I get that. I mean, my dad's a deacon. I grew up in a church. Um, I have aunties that are Eastern Star. Shout out to my aunt Marissa, Eastern Star. But but I when I say I wholeheartedly get it, I get it, because in church we're taught by the book and by the Bible and what God said, and oh, if you do this, you're going to hell. I just always felt like if I did anything wrong, I was gonna go to hell. That was like the ending result to anything. You do it, hell to um. So with being in church, mental wise, because I know what that's done to me. So for you, how when you finally did come out to your family, how did that impact you guys' relationship?
So the only family I ever came out to was my kids. Fuck the
Okay.
rest of them.
That's some real. Now, let me. How did you get there though? Because you have some people who want to get there and who have not and don't know how to get there. What did you do just to get there to that point?
I left the church.
Mm.
Like that was the first step. Like leaving the church was the first step. Like I'd probably still be fighting that part of myself if I hadn't left the church.
So, do
Um,
you think if you found a church home that accepted you, or if you had a grew up around a church home that accepted you, do you think that would have been the thing that kept you away?
that's an alternate universe.
It is. Oh, girl, look, come with it. Okay, so leaving the church and all of that. Now, as you gotten older, just walk me through your mental journey. Let me know how it's been for you.
As far as
Just being a black woman. Let's start there.
so your girl was GT, gifted and talented.
Okay.
Um, now I rep third ward hard as hell. Like that's where I grew up. But when I was in elementary school, they didn't have GT programs in the school I was zoned to. So
Mm.
they was busing me out to the white school.
Mm.
And I don't know if you know, but I'm black. So, you know, being a smart black kid surrounded by white folks who don't think black people are supposed to be smart,
Mm-hmm.
like folks use the term microaggressions, but that shit ain't small. Like, I can remember in the 6th grade, I was in math class, and this might actually be when I really stopped fucking with math. But I was in math class, and the teacher, I don't know what the fuck she was doing, but it wasn't correct.
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked a question to redirect because, yo, bruh, that's not right. And I got sent to the office for it. But it's like you're literally up here teaching the wrong shit. Like if you look in the book and you look at what you're doing, the shit don't match up. Something ain't right here. But I got in trouble for it
That's
because I was
crazy.
just supposed to sit there and just act like I couldn't read, I guess.
Hmm.
So yeah.
So, with that, did you ever experience any depression as you were growing up, or anything like that?
The very first poem I can remember writing was a suicide note. And like I got a really good friend. I don't know if he's watching, but I call him my brother, and he and I became close because of that. Because like he said the same thing. Like the very first poem he remembered writing was a suicide note. Um, like and going back to being raised in the church, like you can't be black and depressed. The fuck?
Hmm.
You just pray about that. Whatever it is, you pray about it.
Give it to
What you
God.
what you depressed for? You got food, you got a house, you got clothes. Like what you depressed for? You gotta take that to Jesus.
Hmm. And why is that? I've never understood that. That's like the first thing our family will go to is pray about it and give it to Jesus. Listen, I prayed and I gave it to Jesus, but God also said, "Faith is it faith without works, ye little faith, whatever it is." In order for me to get where I gotta go, I gotta get help, and I gotta know that I need that help. And I can't get there just by God alone. I can ask God right now for $1 million. But if I sit and I wait all day for that million, ain't nothing gonna ever change. I gotta get out and work and bust my butt, which is the same thing for someone who goes through depression or who's bipolar or schizophrenia or whatever. It is a work in progress. And it's crazy that you even mentioned the church because What a lot of people don't understand is a lot of people have moved away from the church because of this right here. Not being accepted, not being heard out, being told, give it to God. Honey, listen, God got a million other people he got to take care of. And I know he gave five people, what is it? Five, he fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and stuff. I know he's a wonderful God, okay? He's the one I serve above all. However, I do know that I don't have to always come to God with something that just takes me going to go get some help with. Because he made them people that are here. Can I get an amen, somebody? Look, baby, don't get me started on the church, baby, because let me tell you, the church is the reason why I don't go to church to this day. Do you hear me? And people don't understand that. They don't get the mental. Because, baby, you could be good before the church hit you. And once the church hit you, that's another hit that you wasn't even expecting. And then you're sitting there and you're wondering why. Why am I hurting like this? And you can't go to the church house because guess what? The church house is the one that hurts you. And we're going to get back on you, Kate, because, girl, baby, I get to preaching on this subject. Like I told you, don't get me started with this church child. Look, being a deacon child, growing up in the church, you definitely learn a lot about people in general. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? But so you started writing. Now, when
Yes.
you started your writing, did you just start out immediately with erotica, or was it a way to deal with your mental? You wrote your thoughts out first because you said your first poem was a suicide letter,
Yeah,
and
but
that's
I was
deep.
like 13, 14 years old. I didn't start writing erotica until I was in my 30s.
Mm,
Because again, choir kid, daddy's a deacon. Like, not only can you not be gay,
yeah.
you can't talk about sex either. So, yeah, I was
Till you
grown,
get married.
grown.
Till you get
Yeah, I was
married.
grown, grown when I started writing erotica. Like, I did an interview last year with
Mm,
Jay Rose,
mm,
and um, she asked a similar question, I think. Um, and like, let me tell this story. So this is one of them moments where if you need to step away and handle something, you can handle it because this.
Go with the story. Let me hear this. Look, I'm on my edge. Y'all ready for the story time? Let's go. Story time with KP
Woo!
right here
Okay,
live on Kelly JTV. Do you hear me? Let's give it a flow, y'all. Here we go. Flow time.
so I was married for a while. Got married hella young. Uh, the divorce from my ex-husband was finalized in August of 2004. So for a while, of course, single, newly single mother, I had other shit to tend to, namely my children. So I didn't date for a while. Around '08, '09, I'm like, yo, it's about time I go ahead and get back out there. So I'm in a couple of Facebook groups for single folks and whatnot. I connect with this dude who is supposedly from New Jersey. And I say supposedly because your girl got catfished before there was even a show about being catfished. Um, Dude and I started out like, just chatting on Messenger, and eventually we exchanged numbers. Got to a point where we was talking like every day. Dude was sending me money, buying the kids gifts, like all of that shit. Still don't know what the dude looks like though, because I still ain't never seen him. But we get to this point where we're in a relationship. So I'm a very physically affectionate person. Like if I'm with somebody, like I want to be able to touch on them, kiss on them, just be up under them all the time. Um, and so to deal with my frustrations of not being able to do that, that's when I first started writing erotica. Like the fantasies and the ideas and the things that I wanted to be able to do to him, that's when I first started writing erotica. But still a church kid. So like my early erotic poems, like it's mostly foreplay. Like it'll build up to the act,
Yeah.
and that's the end of the poem.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that you hear me do now is because I've stepped into who I am. You know, I'm more comfortable talking about sex because I'm more comfortable in my own skin now.
Listen, that just hit love. No, I'm only saying that because y'all done tried to get me to speak. You know what I'm saying? And of course I did. You wasn't here. You wasn't here, and I did it. But that, like, in the back of my mind, being a deacon's child still plays. Like everything that I do at 31 still affects me because it's like, okay, I can't act this way. I can't do this. It took a lot for me to start telling people I smoke marijuana. Like, do you know the look you get? Being a deacon's child, and you said, "Oh, I hit the reefer a couple of times." Like it was just even what I want to wear. Making sure my colors aren't too much, or making sure I'm not over the top, or you know what I'm saying? Like being in church, and when you grow up in a church and you grow up as whether you're a deacon's child, a preacher's kid, whatever.
Pause. Let's talk about preachers' kids for a second, okay?
They worse than us.
Because here's the thing. So like my parents separated when I was hella young. So being a
Mm-hmm.
deacon's kid didn't really, but my mom, being
Mm-hmm.
my mom, like there was a church literally around the corner from the house and we had to walk to church in the mornings on Sundays. I
Mm-hmm.
was in the choir, I was on the
Mm-hmm.
drill team, I was on the junior usher board,
Yep.
you know.
The
Every time I turned
Sundays.
around, every time I turned around, I was getting on a bus with that church to go somewhere. But
Story of my
the
life.
pastor, first of all, the pastor was sticking dick to like two or three other broads. Second of all, oh yeah, it was that is one of the many reasons that I left the church. Like, wait, I can't be eating pussy, but you can be fucking like four bitches you ain't married to. Like, how that work?
It don't. It don't. It don't at all.
And damn near every church that I've either lived close to or attended has had some at some point either the pastor or the associate pastor that had a baby with his side chick because the motherfucker didn't want to wrap it up.
See, your church was all the way doing. Listen, I would say, girl, what church is that? Let me go. Let me go visit. Your church be turned.
But yeah, um,
Your church
the
be lit.
absolute hypocrisy of
Yeah.
black church leadership. Because I don't give a fuck what goes on in the mother folks' churches, because I ain't them other folks. And what they do in their churches don't affect me none.
Mm.
But the people who look like me, who sit up in these church houses every Sunday morning and talk about children of the rainbow, like we not children of God too,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like they not up in there sleeping with somebody's wife that ain't theirs,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like they not paying for their house with tithes when the damn church is falling apart and these new pipe and these new plumbing.
Can we get some amens in here? If y'all watching live, just start commenting some amens, cause between me and Minister KP, we over here spitting bars right now, and just we done went through, okay? I'm not lying, y'all. Listen, I still now my church home that I have now, genuinely love. Proud. I love my church home now. It is definitely something completely different from what I grew up with. And I appreciate all my church members for always loving me, always respecting me for who I am. They never told me nothing different. They were with me through my divorce. They was with me through my marriage and through my divorce every time I was sick. I love my church home. However, before this church home, that last church home, we gonna just pray on. And we gonna send it up in a good prayer, okay? Let's get to these comments, cause baby, look, we got some comments coming in. Let's see, we got our people Lippies. We here, love. Hey, yo. Okay, Trey. All right. Not hide and go get it. Listen, if you didn't play hide and go get it, you did not have a good childhood. I'm just saying. You didn't have a good childhood. I played hide and go get it. I had a wonderful childhood. Just saying. Do you hear me? Watching but hey, my family in here. What's up to my tribe? They came through. What up, little Des? What's up? My family's here. Romeo says peace and blessing.
Hey, Romeo, that's my boy.
Hey, look, and he been coming too. We fixing to get on this. Look, we got the damn podcast in here with the Fire Sons. Romeo, he said she ain't stopped since. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Since I done met KP been going in. And I mean, I be kind of hoping like she gonna slow down a little. And then she like, listen, I don't know who all following KP that's watching me right now, but Sister Girl just posted what was it, a couple of days ago, a week ago?
What, my
Baby,
thirst trap?
she all out there. She got the shirt on with the whole cap. I mean, I wasn't expecting that from KP. But then I thought of it. I was like, wait a minute. I heard that poem she gave us. This is all KP. But listen, if y'all ain't seen the check, go follow her. Make sure y'all do go look at that bitch. Go ahead, head on over to my girl KP page and y'all go see that. Let's see all my family here talking about we blow big ass. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Let's see, KP. There's no problem with eating. There surely is nothing wrong with eating.
Food of the gods right there, baby.
Hey, look, we got our amen, amen. I hear you, ladies. True. Straight from the tray. Hey, look, we got our amens coming through. Yeah, y'all listen. One thing about it, I would say this, and KP, please chime in and let me know. I don't know for you. Well, actually, I do because you already spoke on it. If you had the support that you have now and had it in the church, do you think your mindset would be different?
I wouldn't have had to fight myself for so long. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like it was it was funny when I came out to my kids, they was like, it took you long enough.
Like forever. Fighting.
Like, so like I have the kids that I gave birth to, and then I
Mm-hmm.
have my extra kids, you
Mm-hmm.
know, young people who, I took under my wing at some point, um, whatever. So, I came out to my biological kids first,
Mm-hmm.
and then to my extra kids. One of my extra kids, I remember the conversation. She was like, I knew it. And I was like, how? She's like, there was no way that you could talk about women the way you talked about women and not be attracted to women. And I had literally convinced myself, because of my upbringing, I had
Mm-hmm.
literally convinced myself that it was perfectly normal for straight women to find other women attractive as long as you didn't act on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Listen, I agree. And I hope from this that people that are in the church that watch this, whether you're watching it now, you're watching it on replay, stop being so judgmental. Do y'all not know that that's the one of the 10 commandments? So you already messing up. when you start to judge somebody, that's why I try my best not to judge. If I see somebody with one leg with some dookie drawers on, I'm not gonna talk about that one-legged dookie drawer person. I'ma pray for them because I don't know their situation. Same thing for the next person. If you see somebody that's black or white or purple or brown, and you see them living their best life with the person that God destined for them, because you yourself are not God, and you yourself can't determine what God has for somebody. I'm sorry. At this point in my life, if I wanted to marry a man and a woman, I should be able to.
Hell, that's on my agenda.
It is on mine. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind having two men, and then, you know, we can have a woman every now.
Like there's of course one specific woman that I want.
Mm. You want to drop a name? Look, can I get you to drop a name?
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. Uh, she know who she is, and that's pretty much all that matters.
Hey,
Um,
you special lady, sweet lady.
but like, if I could have her,
Mm.
one other woman, and a dude, and then let her have whoever she wanted, I'd be a happy camper. Like as long as she was my number one, I'd be good. She can have her toys, I'll have my toys. As long as we got each
Yeah,
other.
fun time. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and jump on in this. Let's see. We got some more comments. KP, who inspired your writing?
Um who?
Yes.
I can't, like, are there poems I've written that were inspired uh you know by specific people? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um but in general, I just write what I feel when I feel it. Sometimes that makes it onto the stage or the page. Sometimes it's just to get it out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I can't say that there's one specific person who inspired my writing. I will say that my grandmother inspired me to write. Um, like I still have the typewriter that she bought me for Christmas when I was 12. I don't use it no more, but I still got
You should.
it.
That'd be dope. If I could find ours, I would love to just be sitting there. you know, when you got to the, we had what? We had the big caboodle one. You got the big caboodle one or the small one?
It's um it's like, it's not
It's the
huge
small one. Mm-hmm.
because uh it was when they were starting to make them even smaller.
Mm-hmm.
It is electric. um Although I did find like a really old school one at a thrift store for like $10, and I bought that one because my kid wanted it. So now
Mm-hmm.
I have like a really old school typewriter. Like
Mm-hmm.
when the world finally collapses and we don't have electricity no more, I
Y'all
still can
have a typewriter. Yep.
write.
Yep. Listen, you can find one. Definitely look. If any during the, some of your kids were still able to do their homework because they had a whole old school typewriter. Parents out there, stop at your thrift store. There's no excuses today why your kids cannot finish their homework. If KP kids had a typewriter, you guys go listen. I'm not gonna lie. I have every type of electronic, like literally I'm shooting on an iPad, okay? Um, I have every form of electronic, okay? But baby, let me tell you, I know how to work a typewriter. And let me tell you, if I need to know how to get somewhere, I can use a paper map. Best believe it. If your kids can't use a paper map, a typewriter, a payphone, although we don't even have them no more. But if they don't know what them things are, we gonna take your kids to school. Hold on, wait, we got some more people. The heathens, yes. Y'all already know.
That's me.
Look, with that being said, can we get some of that? Can we get you to spit?
You know I gotta switch hats if I'm a spit.
Y'all want her to spit? If y'all want her to spit, y'all want her to throw, y'all want her to spit. Let me get some. What should they do? What should they do if they want you to spit? What should they do? Let me know. What you
They
want
need
them
to
to do?
tell me to switch my hat.
Y'all tell her switch the hat. If y'all
Somebody,
want her to spit,
somebody needs to tell me
y'all,
to switch the hat.
we just need y'all to come and switch the hat. Cause the moment she switch, let me tell y'all, Kelly JTV gonna be like after dark. After dark, y'all with KP. Do you hear me? Cause listen, y'all, let me tell y'all, when KP spit them boys and the way she spit it to my ladies out there, let me tell y'all, she gonna come with it. To my fellas out there, listen, don't let that person right there fool you, okay? But wait a minute, do we got one? Oh, wait. Put the pimp hat on, fam.
Oh, somebody know what
Oh,
it is.
oh,
Somebody know what it is.
oh.
Hold on.
That was the mother of unicorns letting you know. Now I hope y'all are ready. So look, what I'm gonna do while she go ahead and get ready, cause I want to make sure I set y'all up for this, okay? Cause y'all need to be prepared for when KP coming through with the bars. So listen, y'all. I know we just had fun. We just talked on mental health. We just had, a real good moment right then and there. But we're gonna take it just a step further, and we're gonna let KP real quick. It's the heathen time. Without further ado, you guys, I would like to welcome the heathens of the heathens, Miss KP, y'all, back at it. Hey,
She told me I had 7 minutes, then asked if I could get it done in that time. Now, in my mind, that translated to I dare you. And I'm a Texan, so you know I had to make it happen. And I did with a minute to spare. And I honestly don't know if it was the dare or the way she pulled my hair, or maybe it was the anticipation of her cum in my mouth. See, I love the way she tastes. Then shakes as the dam breaks that has been holding back her juices. I make no excuses. I'm addicted. Love to lick it even when I don't have time to stick it. The way she moans always has me going. So I happily accepted the challenge because between her legs is my happy place. Buried my face in between, sticking my tongue in like I was trying to clean her out. Replaced my tongue with my fingers so I could suck on her clit, hit that G spot with a little circular motion while giving her nipple some attention and still treating her clit like the straw on a Capri Sun. Did I say I only had 1 minute left on the timer? It might have been two, but y'all know how we do. When our partner issues a challenge, we happily accept it. Then we have to teach them a lesson for doubting our skills. She told me I had 7 minutes to make her come if I wanted to. Within 5 minutes, she was through. Drenching my face, gripping my hair to keep me in place, clenching her walls around my fingers. The sounds of her moans still linger in my memory, along with the way she pulled me to her and kissed my lips after sucking her juices off of my fingertips. The memories still make me drip. She told me I had 7 minutes. I took 5. Guess I have to set a new record next time.
yo, was y'all ready for that? Cause listen, I heard 4 minutes before, but you don't take 4 minutes and made it seven and finished in five. Do you hear me? Hey, hey, we got y'all already know Butter Biscuit in the building talking about bring them out, bring them out. I already got Miss Say talking about what hey, look, she say she love it. That was nice, wasn't it? Uh-oh, you nasty, nasty, KB. I told y'all, look, I tried to forewarn y'all before we even got started with the poet side that y'all had to be ready. Hopefully none of your kids was listening. Hopefully none of your kids was listening. But if they was, just let them know it's unicorns having fun. I don't know. Coco Melon. Figure out a toy. I don't know. I ain't got no kids. I can't hook me up. They shouldn't be watching me right now. No way. But but no, okay, because let me ask you this, because I do know that you do your poetry with brown skin youth as well, right?
I do work with the youth when I'm able.
Okay, so tell me about that. Because now I know you guys y'all don't dig into nothing like this.
Nah, nah, nah. I actually have a couple of books out under my government name, but
Mhm.
that's a privilege uh that has to be earned. So
Okay.
yeah. Um when I work with youth, I use a lot of my Black history and Black power poems. Um yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Look, Miss Sonya just said it needs to be in a book. Well, Miss Sonya, listen, let me tell you. She actually
Okay,
has
so the,
three
the
books.
last piece that I spit is actually very new,
Okay.
like very new. Um I will say this for all my ladies and all my kinky folk. Uh I'm gonna be releasing an audio book soon. And
Mm.
it's just gonna be my 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 poetry for like my kinky folks, like folks who are into like group play and voyeurism and other kinky shit.
Mm.
Um and for my ladies who like ladies. Like everything else is gonna be in
The
print.
download. I'll definitely be
I have an
downloading.
audio book. Um so y'all can listen to me talk my shit.
And y'all heard the way she spit it, right? Like, it's one thing for a person to just spit they shit, but y'all, it's the swag of it all. Did y'all not know that she went from one hat to another? And I mean, she kept spitting it. Look at her switch, reverse, reverse. Like, just, I mean, she's switching on us right before our eyes, y'all. Right before our eyes. Chris, hey sis, hi. I don't know if I'm your sis. I haven't.
Hey,
Look,
my
I'm
bro.
gonna say hey too, cause I didn't already told her she my best friend in another life. So hey, brother. Hey, brother, how you doing? You doing okay? Let's see. Centrally poetic. Got that insane wordplay. Man, say, listen, don't shit. On a whole nother level. You kinky, damn. Okay, okay, kinky. Let's see. I love the erotica, but I deeply respect giving back to the future. You know what they need? You need to make a Kelly J After Dark show, sis, because the freaks come out and listen with the pimp heads. Okay, so listen, y'all. I guess I might as well go ahead and do it while you on here, KP, and let people know that come June, actually, because of the fact I was, due to the outpouring of everybody being supportive this month, I will now be taking Kelly J TV to not just 2 shows a week, but we'll possibly be doing 3 for the month of June, guys, which will include the after hour spot for all my late night freaks, because I realize I got a lot of freaky people who follow me. And it's a lot of stuff that I definitely want to touch on that I can't touch on because kids are up during these hours. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all definitely be making sure y'all are watching my page, because I will be telling y'all more and more about that later on as the month proceeds. So, Miss KP, without further ado, let my people know how they can find you. Your information will be in the description. But for those who want to be a part of things that you're doing, want to be able to reach out to you, or even purchase your books, how can they go about doing that?
Okay, so the best way to purchase my books is through me. You can go to my website, which is just KarmelPoet.com. If you want to follow me on anything, it's just Karmel Poet, KarmelPoet. Uh,
She made it simple.
I host an open mic here in Houston every first and third Wednesday for brown skinned queer folk. And again, like if you straight or your skin isn't necessarily brown, you're welcome. Just understand that you show up want to get on the open mic list, brown skinned queer folk get priority. Period. Like that's not gonna change just because you think you the shit. Because I don't care.
She gives zero
for the,
fucks.
for the folks watching who like don't know me personally, please note I am indeed an asshole.
Listen, I don't think you're an asshole. You know what I think it is? You start giving zero fucks.
None at
And when
all.
honestly, when a person gives zero about anything, everything, nothing anybody else say, do, shit, people could say something. Somebody, you could walk outside right now. Somebody be like, "Oh, your shirt ugly." You'll be like, "Bitch, I'm motherfucking KB." Like, when you just don't give that, it really do be like, all right, what's next? And y'all, let me tell you, she been this way since I met her. I've never felt like you were an asshole. Honestly, I felt like you came with it real, and I've loved it. You be on that Houston, but you already know when you. Y'all not listen. Y'all don't understand with me. Every
Every
it is.
time.
It
Every
is.
time.
It is. Every time. But I ain't gonna lie. For the after dark show, I'm gonna have to have you back on. We definitely gonna get my girl Butter Biscuit in the building. We gotta get Butter. We gotta. Butter, you gonna come through? Can I get some yeses from you in the comments? Cause I see you on. Hey, let's see. Chris said yes, she is. Chris, let me tell you, your sister's a mess. She a whole mess, but I ain't gonna say she an asshole. I just think, she stay with the shits. And if you come with her, you better be coming with the shits too. You better be coming with the shits too. Love the show. It was authentic.
Uh-oh. Um, I don't know. I don't know where she went. It froze on my end.
As all right, we're back.
There we go. Okay.
There we go. But yeah, as my sister say, you know, she says it's
I think your technology is telling us we've been on here long enough. This is a problem because I don't know if
daily. I do want
there
to
we go.
say we're gonna go ahead and get off of here because I heard the wind blowing very hard. But
Oh,
without
okay.
further ado, look, I told you, didn't I? I was like, watch today. It happened again. Just heard a while ago. I'm surprised you didn't see me look out, but y'all pray
I
for
mean, we
Tristan.
made it to almost an hour, so
Exactly. Jesus. Just had me and Mother Nature. We're gonna have a talk. They be talking about talk to Jesus. Listen, I need to talk to Mother. But without further ado, y'all, it's your girl Kelly J. Thank y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all go and support my girl. Peace out.